Alright, here we go. Feels like it's been a while since I last played this, so I just gotta make sure you're staying on track here. Gotta go kill all these respawned enemies, and let's go. Fine. And now for a true act of depravity. Come feast on some rats with me. Then to wipe out the real scum of this London.
It's an eat! Kid! Fucking beast!
Alright, time to craft some medicine. But first, what do we need? To cure fatigue? Ah, yes. Time to cure for some depression. I mean, fatigue. And even though I'm full up, time to craft some regeneration serum for later.
It's locked.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant.
Ah, yes, maybe later, but first...
I have made inquiries about the men.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
Why is there no option for charming good looks? But seriously, I don't think they were really hunting you for what you think they would.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature. But they mistaken...
I knew it. I have become undone. Those
Can't
hunters have
exactly
discovered me.
do
If you'll
what,
accept some
it's
advice
never
from a
been
petty
done.
mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly
You are right. And you have...
Thank you. I'll keep that prop... Tell me, Thelma.
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
Aha! Now it's all starting to make sense. But she's still kind of sick in the head considering she probably didn't die and get reborn like I did. But she
You
could
have
be
no
putting her
idea
own
what
life and
problems
others'
your
lives in
claim
danger
could cause if heard by the
by
wrong
thinking
people, Miss Howcroft.
and
You must stop this
speaking
nonsense
such
now.
information.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reid. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
See, I think it's awesome because when you first talk to her,
Who are you
think
really,
she's
Miss
insane.
Howcroft? I mean,
But
apart from
Then
being
you
a
figure
vampire.
out she's
Is that
not
not enough for you?
as
puny
crazy as she
mortal?
sounds.
What do you require?
After she's
Proof of my powers?
I'm
tells you some
curious
stuff.
to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Yeah, at this point, I feel like I'm just going
I'll leave
through
you.
dialogue trees and not exactly getting anything useful aside from back and side story stuff. That I'm not all particularly interested, but let's head down to the docks first. I kind of want to start curing and talking to people down there. Hopefully get some of these districts wiped out one at a time. Start helping people. And I mean just like helping people, I mean like also helping my own sanity.
Go back home, idiot! I said
Nah,
stay
I
away,
changed my
sir!
mind. You're gonna die for being so rude. But yeah, this is what most fights turn out to be. Just me using my blood spear and then beating the totally hell out of them until they are all dead and eluding their corpses. And then after beating the hell out of them, and looting their corpses, I run off happily into the sunset to the next destination. And looky, another patrol to kill. And sometimes, you know, because my stamina sucks and everything, this happens. And I kind of get in a pickle. And, yeah. You know, when you're being an immortal vampire, you'd get tired, like swinging a stake, or it's not even a machete, a hacksaw. You know, a surgeon's tool. And these crossbow people, they're super annoying. I do definitely think that the people with the guns are probably the worst to fight. Considering they're unnecessarily beefy, and I don't understand why. And then after chastising a bunch of people for looting the dead, I'm gonna go create more dead bodies, and then loot them as well. So I'm just gonna sneak snonk behind this dude, and murder the crap out of him. I mean, so see what I mean? I know he's a little bit bigger, but he's got a gun. Should be, you know, kind of weaker, easier to kill, because he's not. What do you call it? Aren't people with guns supposed to be small, weaker, not bigger, stronger? Yeah, I don't recognize this area, so... Oh, we are on the docks. Maybe we just haven't been to the side of the docks yet. I'm not sure. Huh. I don't know which hideout I originally found at the start. But I can go through this gate. Limehouse Dock. I don't recognize that dude. Well, this is the docks. Like, maybe it's all separated? Because I remember that dude. Dyson? Maybe all the docks is just one area and not just... So the western dock, this dock, they're all the same? I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's not letting me talk to him. Huh. Oh, who's this lady?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reid. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
I just might be interested. Let's see
Can I
what
see
you got
what you
first.
have?
As long as you have money.
So here we are, a diary. I don't quite understand it, but oh, it's about Sabrina. Okay. Never hides her true feelings to Tom, the bar owner. Guess I can go talk to them about it later. Give
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello
Dyson
again,
his
Dr.
fatigue
Reid.
medicine.
What?
But first, time to inquire about her thoughts, feelings, and personal life.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Now, I wholeheartedly don't believe that.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
Wet boot bandits. Seriously.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
You know, the Wet Boot Boys remind me of the thieves from Home Alone. What are they called? The Wet Bandits?
Goodbye, Miss
Terrifying. Back at the pub, where it almost all began.
Cobbs. Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much
Kind
then
of sucks,
as well.
man. I'm sorry.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you.
Maybe
this time.
I can cure a little fatigue.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Well, if you're sick,
Take
stop by
this,
Jonathan Reid's dispensary.
And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake.
And now,
too.
don't
Hey,
be so
Doc,
tired.
you don't
man.
really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
The only remedy you need is some nice sunlight.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Okay, calm down there, Icarus. We don't need you.
Sounds like you
busting
were an
anybody.
idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reid.
Oh, hey, I'm learning more about this man. He was a radical anarchist. Well, maybe you'll be one.
Do you really
Again.
think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Well, you know the saying, fail, fail, and fail again. Just keep failing until you succeed.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
So, your comrades here. Tell me about your comrades, comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Well, if you want peaceful resolution, be like Gandhi. Just start starving yourself. It's okay. I can do it too. Just watch.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night,
I wish you
and then
could
I
get me
drink
to
some more.
That sounds wonderful.
Why do you drink so much?
Because honestly,
Maybe it's
alcohol-
because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Interesting.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood.
I love this
so
neighborhood.
friendly, so
Yeah,
joyful.
I'm drinking. I love this guy. He's so sarcastic. I
No
like
reason
me.
at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Grab a seat. Story time with Dyson
All
Delaney.
right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Goodbye. Evening, miss.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Doctor Jonathan Reid.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Well, you can help me by telling me about your personal life and about maybe Tom.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
You should definitely tell me who's mocking you.
Who's
so I
mocking
can
you?
kick their
And we're
ass.
always together. People will talk, won't they?
And since you won't tell me, I guess I have to go kick everyone's ass, except for those 4 people you named.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Well, now that we're done talking to her, I guess maybe we should go talk to Tom next. I can't really think of anyone else to just go and talk to. Wait, I think we lost a hint though.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Time to dig into your personal life too. Not that I honestly care that
Sabrina
much.
seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really do. I know I'm her boss, and I'm much older and all. But I like her, for sure.
What is bothering you, then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I can make her shed that anger. It hurts to see her like that.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
To do with the wet
Well, it
roofs,
seems
I
it's
know.
let me talk
Good
to him
evening,
now,
sir.
so...
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr.
Figure out who
Jonathan
he
Reid,
is.
that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby. Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reid.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Booth Digby look...
You have no idea. What is it, Doctor?
Behind...
Romance?
Goodbye, Miss Cox.